Hello and welcome back to the Second Breakfast Club. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing Heroes of Middle-earth and my personal 2024 roadmap predictions for the game. I think we have a lot of exciting stuff coming down the pipeline from CG for us in Heroes of Middle-earth for 2024. I think that's going to include new characters that should be coming out as early as maybe even Q1 of next year, and some new raids, and as well as guild wars. You're not going to want to miss this exciting roadmap, so stick around for the rest of the video and see exactly what journeys may possibly await us in Heroes of Middle-earth.
And can you not do that? You'll blunt them.
Ooh, do you hear that, lads? He says we'll blunt the knives.
Alright, so first things first, I'd just like to start by saying thank you for watching this video. If you're interested in these kind of topics, please consider hitting that like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be discussing more things that you need to know, especially as a new player coming into 2024. That video is going to be coming out hopefully soon, as well as a ton of glyph guides. Alright, but moving on, my first prediction, okay? First thing we're going to see Q1 is going to be the release of Aragorn. Yes, Aragorn. I know we already have a Strider, but we are due for Aragorn, a actual named Aragorn character, and this Aragorn character will actually be a part of the Fellowship team. Alright, many guilds have been obtaining Gandalf shards at this point. Many players have been earning Gandalf shards, okay? There have been a lot of players, okay, who have been unlocking Gandalf at this point. And the thing that is missing for Gandalf is a fully fleshed out Fellowship team. He's the leader of that team, and there's only Legolas and Gimli on it so far. So I think it's pretty safe to say we're going to be getting the next character for the Fellowship is going to be Aragorn. And I think he's coming in Q1, okay, sometime early next year, hopefully, okay. And I think this Aragorn character, he's either going to be a marquee, although they might even do something similar to Sam's Journey. I kind of would like to see that, if they did that, an additional journey type story that we can play through and progress in order to unlock Aragorn. That might mean it takes a little longer to unlock him, but that means same with everybody else. They're going to have to play through it to unlock him. And I think that's a nice way to add him to the game, personally. Marquees are great and all, but really in the end, Marquee is just a way for the devs to grab money from everybody who's willing to spend. But with that said, I think Aragorn is coming early next year. And even this Aragorn character, if some of you remember, if you played the beta, Strider and Arwen used to have synergy together. They had a team-up attack. I think it's possible maybe the reason they took that away from Arwen and Strider is because they wanted to save it for the actual named Aragorn character. And if they bring back a team-up attack between Aragorn and Arwen, that could imply maybe not only is he obviously a Fellowship member, but he might have some decent synergy with elves, which could make him a viable plug and play into your elf teams. So that's something to look out for. I'm personally really looking forward to him and the Fellowship in general, getting them all maxed out, ready to fight, especially for what we have coming up next, okay, in Q2. All right, well, actually in Q3. I think that's coming. What I'm excited for is in Q3. But in Q2, I think here they're going to be pushing out Dunlingdons. Okay, the Dunlingdons are not fleshed out at all. We have 3 characters for them, I believe. Okay, they are not fully built. And let's be honest, most players in the game have probably done nothing with them because they're not a full team. So I think we're going to start seeing some marquees for Dunlingdon coming out, as well as, in addition to that, and this is all leading up to something, we're going to see a release of a corrupted King Theoden. We've already seen him in the campaign nodes. He shows up. He's already a character in the game, probably not fully fleshed out, but we've already seen him. He's in the game. So I think it's a good possibility we see a corrupted King Theoden coming out within the same time frame of Dunlending Marquise being pushed. Okay, and this is following a story, and I think CG is going to follow that story the way they've kind of set it up so far. We had Road to Rivendell, we moved to Rivendell, we get past Rivendell, now we're in Moria. Moria focuses on the dwarves, we get the dwarves. All right, what's next? Well, obviously there's Lothlorien. I don't think they're going to take us there, but after that is Helm's Deep. Helm's Deep, baby. And I think that's quarter 3. Quarter 3, we're going to get a new raid mechanic, or new raid, and it's going to be Helm's Deep. The Siege of Helm's Deep. Okay? And I think it's possible that as a raid reward for the Siege of Helm's Deep, it'll be a legendary, uncorrupted King Theoden. And he's going to be a powerhouse, and he's going to make Rohan into, I think, maybe the new meta. Whatever his mechanics are going to be, it's going to beef up Rohan to be really good. I hope. I would love to see that. With that being said, it's also possible that maybe before that raid even releases, or after, we get Guild Wars in quarter 3. Okay? And I think the Guild Wars is going to focus on the war between Rohan and Isengard, which is why Dunlendings were coming out before, in quarter 2. They're pushing Dunlendings, and then Guild Wars is going to be there. And I think with Guild Wars, it's going to unlock that new mechanic that everybody wants in the game. They want the competitive mode where we can all compete against each other. And I think that's going to be something they're going to push hard. And the focus, the theme of it is going to be Rohan versus Isengard. I think it's safe to say CG kind of wants to probably focus on what is the most recognizable portions of the IP first. Okay? And I think that's how they're going to do it. With Guild Wars being released, I'm not too experienced with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and exactly how the Guild Wars there function. But I imagine if there is some sort of reward system for Guild Wars, which I'm sure there is, obviously, otherwise why else would you do it? But if there's maybe a character reward progression system in it, I would think that the reward for Guild Wars, if the focus is Isengard and Rohan, I think we're going to see the reward for Guild Wars, the top reward, being shards for none other than Saruman the White. I think he's coming next year to contend to be a competing wizard with Gandalf, okay? Because we have Gandalf now. So Saruman the White's going to come in, be the competing wizard, and he'll have synergy with the Dunlendings, Isengard, and who knows, maybe even more. I can't wait to see what he's going to look like, but I think he is going to be a legendary reward for Guild Wars. Now, when it comes to Helm's Deep, the Siege of Helm's Deep raid, and Guild Wars, the war between Rohan and Isengard, I think it's possible these two things could be interchanged. We could see one come before the other, one come after the other. I don't know exactly. After all, I don't work for them. I'm just kind of predicting what I think could happen. So I think that's what we're going to see at some point, quarter 3. One of those two things is going to come out first, shortly followed by the other, maybe. Lastly, quarter 4. One of the things I know many of you have been waiting for, and I think the devs have they've been dragging their feet on it a little bit because I think they want to get it right. But I think quarter 4 we're going to see the Witch King. He's coming, okay, and I think his event is going to be similar to Thorn, where they want to fuck us by giving us, making us level up characters that nobody really focused on that much. So I think with that being said, Witch King is going to have a Mordor unlock. So you're going to have to use the Mordor characters to unlock Witch King. And then after Witch King, we'll get the marquee releases of the of some additional Nazgul to flesh out the Nazgul squad. That's my prediction. That's the end of quarter 4. Now, additional things that we could see happen maybe, and I don't really have a timeline for these things, is I think we could see we could expect the release of our 5th Fellowship member in this timeline. Where exactly, I don't know. I'm not too sure. But I think we're going to see our 5th member for the Fellowship Squad, and I think that member is going to be Boromir. We're going to get a new Boromir, and I think this Boromir is obviously going to be a Fellowship member, and I think they're also going to give him synergy with hobbits, in particular, probably Merry and Pippin. Alright, Boromir had a fond relationship with Merry and Pippin, and I think they're going to play off that, especially with the way Boromir dies trying to protect Merry and Pippin. So I think that's something to expect. Additionally, here's the thing, I don't think, as much as I would love it, I don't think we're going to see characters like Tom Bombadil. He's not going to show up. Not yet, at least. They're going to save him. And other characters we'd love to see, like Glorfindel, I don't think they're going to show up just yet either. I think what I laid out is a good prediction here for what's coming in 2024. If you have any thoughts of your own about what could we see in 2024 for new content, new characters, please let me know down in the comments below. If you like my ideas, if you think that's something that these are things you'd like to see for 2024, then let's keep our fingers crossed that this is what happens, because I know I would be super excited to see some of these events take place, especially, like I said, fleshing out the Fellowship Squad. I want to see Aragorn, and I definitely want an awesome raid battle scenario for Helm's Deep. I think that would be perfect. And with that being my prediction for 2024, I'd also just like to add that those events also can very much lead up to 2025, Gondor vs. Mordor, and the ultimate release of Sauron. How he gets released, I don't know. Maybe we get, in early 2025, we get a Gandalf the White. Maybe they start pushing more Maiar characters like Radagast and the Blue Wizards, and maybe by that point, you have to have all the wizards in order to unlock the ultimate Maiar, Sauron. Okay, just a thought. And obviously, again, like 2025 would focus completely on the war between Gondor, Mordor, Minas Tirith, Siege, new raids, new guild war chapter events, I don't know. Anyways, that's that. Okay, moving on. So finally, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video and are looking forward to 2024 as much as I am. If you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content leading into 2024. And I wish you all the best. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. I want to wish you a happy new year and a happy Yuletide. Farewell, and I'll see you all in 2024.
It's done. Yes, Mr. Frodo. It's over now.